A very good afternoon, my dear students. My name is Shashank Ravi Agrawal, and I will be your trainer for today. So, today we are going to start this topic called personal hygiene and a healthy lifestyle. Before we go ahead with the topic, I want to ask you all a question. Do you think this entire COVID 19 crisis could have been avoided if we had hygiene in place? Meaning, if we had made sure that we are washing our hands on a regular basis, if we would have made sure that we are maintaining the social distancing norms. Do you all agree? Yes, that is the importance of hygiene, right? So let's go ahead with the topic personal hygiene and a healthy lifestyle. Before we go ahead with the session, I have a few questions for all of you. Question number one. Should you go to an interview like this with this kind of nails? Absolutely not. Should you go to an interview with this kind of hair? No. Should you go to an interview with this kind of a beard? Absolutely not. So, why not? Why shouldn't we go to an interview like this? Correct. We all have heard of that famous dialogue. First impression is last impression. So, that is why we are here for. We are here for the 4L, which is learn the definition of hygiene, learn why is it important to have a healthy lifestyle, learn how to have a healthy lifestyle, and finally learn the basics of grooming. So the objectives or what's in it for me are clear in front of you. To better remember them, remember 4L. Okay, let's move ahead. So can someone please read this definition for me? Okay, I will reread the definition for you. It says, according to the World Health Organization, hygiene refers to conditions and practices that help to maintain health and prevent the spread of diseases. I want you to see this word prevent over here. You see, how many of you all have heard of this virus called Ebola virus? Ebola virus was one of the most troublesome virus in Africa. And the solution to this virus was very simple. It was to make sure we are washing our hands on a regular basis. And that is the importance of hygiene. It prevents the spread of diseases. Before we go ahead with the other part, let me explain the magic of we. So according to our ancient Shastras, there are two things we should definitely keep in mind before we are going to any interview, before we are going for any meeting, etc. One is Vastra. Vastra means your clothes. The type of the clothes that you are wearing creates a very big impact in front of the other person. And second is Vani, means the speech. If your speech is proper, if your speech is sweet, you will be respected everywhere. So these two V's will lead you to the third V, which is victory. Now, can somebody tell me their favorite sweet food? Gulab jamun. Absolutely. So when you see gulab jamun in front of you, what happens? You want to eat it, right? Now, once you have that one gulab jamun, what happens then? You want to have another one and then another one. You keep having gulab jamuns and it's very difficult for anyone to stop you, right? And the next day, something like this happens. Your stomach goes for a toss. So here we need to understand, dear students, having gulab jamun and having that urge to have gulab jamun is not bad. But the refined sugar in that gulab jamun is something which is very, very bad for you. How many science students over here? Raise your hands. If you see the composition of white sugar, it's nothing but sulfur. So replace your habit. Now, it's very hard for you to let go of that tasty gulab jamun. But what you can do is you can replace refined sugar with something that is healthier, right? So you need to replace the ingredients. Replace your habit. Replace your habit of adding refined sugar to gulab jamun. Remember, if you want to change a habit, the best thing to do is replace it with a healthier one. Second, of course, we need to make sure that we are eating healthy food. What do I mean by healthy food? Salads, fruits, all these things come in healthy food. Freshly cooked food also comes in healthy food. Now, what do you see over here? Do you see something is trying to hypnotize you? This is the infinite loop of junk food. You see, junk food leads to n number of problems in your life. I interact with a lot of students, and a lot of them tell me that they have depression. Now, the major cause of depression can be eating junk food on a regular basis, right? So avoid eating junk food as much as you can, because it has lot many negative effects than just providing you the taste that you want. Can somebody tell me what is this person doing over here? Right, this person is exercising. No, he is not crying. He is exercising. Exercising is very important for your health. It's very important for your physical and mental health. You need to make sure you're working out for at least 20 to 30 minutes every day, no matter what. Another few habit that you can inculcate is drinking lots of water. You see, lot many toxins are flushed out from your body if you're having lots of water. So make sure 3 to 4 liters of water you're having on a daily basis. Make sure, of course, you're exercising, and make sure you're having healthy food. These healthy habits will totally transform your lifestyle. I have one more question. Who is the most active person you have seen in your life? Most active. Okay, our Prime Minister is one. Anybody else? Yes, the CEOs of companies. Absolutely. Film stars. Okay. There is someone who is even more hyper than them, even more active than them. The answer is children. You see, children are super active. It's very hard to stop a children when they are playing. So, why are they so super active? Because they sleep like a baby. We need to make sure we are having at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single day. I suppose everyone falls in this category of 18 to 64. Is there anyone above 64? No. Is there anyone below 18? No. So 7 to 9 hours of sleep is good enough. Please make sure you're sleeping on time. Especially from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. This is the time when you should make sure you're sleeping. Your brain needs some rest in this time for sure. So all those Snapchatters, Instagrammers, make sure you're not using your cell phone after 10 p.m. And then we come to the topic of grooming. So, should we go to an interview with this kind of hair? Absolutely not. This is Mr. Jim Morrison. Mr. Jim Morrison gave the entire world the rock star look. You see that long hair look? It's been given to this world by Mr. Jim Morrison. But Mr. Jim Morrison says, some of the worst mistakes in my life were my haircuts. Imagine a person who gave the entire world the rock star look says his haircut was actually a mistake. So, for men, we should make sure that we are oiling our hair every alternate day. We should make sure we are keeping our hair short and clean. And we should make sure that we are shampooing our hair every alternate day. Of course, all those TikTokers, please do not color your hair. It's not professional. So I always tell my students, be a man, not a rainbow. Do not have hair like this. I'm not against you coloring your hair. It just looks unprofessional. So avoid it if you're going for an interview. Also add on these accessories with your look. Number one is wristwatch. Can somebody tell me why should we wear a wristwatch? Of course, to keep a tab on time. Apart from that, you see, when the interviewer sees that you are wearing a wristwatch, they automatically have this thought that you respect time. Second is we need to make sure we are having a wallet. Third, we need to make sure we are having a belt and shoes. Now, the color of the belt and the shoes should match. That is a cheat code. So remember that. Can someone tell me why are the shoes shining over here? Subconsciously, the first thing we observe in a person is their shoes. So we need to make sure our shoes are shining bright. Can someone tell me why was tie invented? So tie was invented before the invention of handkerchief. It was actually used to wipe sweat. But nowadays it's used for a different reason. So we need to make sure we are also having a tie. So just a suit will not make you a complete man. All these accessories will make you. For women, should you have nails like this? Definitely not. Women should make sure they are oiling their hair every alternate day, and the haircut suits your face cut. Okay, the hairstyle should suit your face cut. We should make sure that we are keeping our hair trimmed. I suggest it's always preferable to keep your hair tied during an interview. And finally, you should make sure that you are shampooing your hair every alternate day. So that brings us to the end of the session. Let's move on to the summary. So did we learn the definition of hygiene, everyone? Yes, we did. Did we learn why is it important to have a healthy lifestyle? Yes, to avoid all the health related diseases that we spoke about, to avoid junk food, to make sure our physical and mental health is in place. Then, did we learn how to have a healthy lifestyle? Yes, by inculcating habits which are healthier for us, like exercising, making sure we are having lots of water, 3 to 4 liters of water, having proper sleep. Hmm. All these things will lead our lives to a healthy lifestyle. And finally, did we learn the basics of grooming? Yes, we did. So did we meet our 4L objectives? Yes, correct. I would like to end the session with a quote which says, "Take care of your body, it's the only place you have to live." It's by Jim Rohn. Do you all agree to this quote? Great. So I want to leave you all with a question. You want to be on the left hand side or do you want to be on the right hand side? Remember, the right is always right. Thank you so much. That brings me to the end of this session. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time.